Hello everyone, Attack Power here with Game 1 between Mimile and Yaman in the group stage of the Steel Division 2 SDL Season 10 League. Let's dive right in. Alrighty folks, so we're here on Siedlce with Yaman on the left here in the red playing Group Fedyunkina on the Maverick Income. And Mimile on the right in the blue playing 26th Strelki also on the Maverick Income. So we have an allied on allies mirror income match going on here. Two very strong divisions. Both of them rank pretty high and have a lot of different tools. It should be very interesting. Both have, well, actually, 26 Strelki lacking a little bit in the 2K range department other than their ISU 152s, but their actual armor definitely a little lacking in that department. Yaman, on the other hand, with Fedyunkina has some T-3485s that should help him out quite nicely. Let's zoom in here to Yaman. Up north, we have a 50mm mortar. We have two Strelki DT, the special infantry out of Group Fedyunkina, and an SU 122. Then we have sniper, a whole bunch of Strelki DT, a leader, regular Strelki, a 37mm, and an MCHA Sherman tank there. And then we have a sniper, leader, and Strelki DT going towards the center. Then we have one Strelki going towards this town, and down south we have a 45mm, a leader, a 50mm mortar, a Strelki DT, a Strelki, and another SU-122. Up north here with Mimile, we have some Ognomenchiki, SG-43 heavy machine gun, 45mm AT, Gavardia, and a Gavardia DP. Then we have a sniper, Gavardia DP, and Gavardia going into the northern middle. And then here in the center, we have a sniper, 45mm Ognomenchiki Cherno, Gavardia, and ZSU M15. So both players starting out with AA. Very interesting. Down south, we have every other Ognomenchiki, 5 Ognomenchiki, a 45mm, Gavardia DP, Cherno, and a leader. So some very interesting deployments here. Should be interesting to see. This map, me personally, when I play it, I find the most important spot is right here. If blue can capture this ridgeline here, the game is basically over, because what happens then, you can overlook this road coming into the reinforcement in the center, completely cut it off, capture both these flags, and if you've captured this hill here, you've probably captured these two flags already, which means you now have a 4-flag lead. It's really hard for red to get back into the game if that happens. So I think it's really pivotal to just push hard into this area right here to try to capture that, because you can kind of just straight up win the game. Pushing hard in the south, you kind of end up just getting bottlenecked here, because you capture this, great. There's nowhere to go. Like, this flag is miles away. There's not a lot of like bonus to pushing. You still have another, like, you get to this flag, this forest bunch, and then you have to push again. Kind of sucks. You can also push down here in the middle, but it's just hard to do that. For red side, these flags here in the middle are pretty pivotal. You can capture this one pretty easy by standing on the side of this hill. You can capture this one easy by kind of standing on the side of this puddle here. You can also push down south a little bit as well. If you guys enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe, and consider supporting on Patreon or dropping a super thanks. Got a couple extra bucks and love the channel. Thanks a bunch, guys, and here we go. I do want to note, too, Group Fedyunkina has secretly one of the best AT guns in the entire game. The BA, I forget what it is, BA 100mm 3 or whatever, BA 3. It's 2K range, 7 rounds a minute, does 10 damage and has 5 damage on its HE. It's absolutely insane. And it's only like 95 points. It's really good. 200mm of penetration. It's pretty disgusting. I hope we get to see it here, because I have really not seen anyone ever use that weapon, and it's the only division that has it. 45mm deploying. Will the Ognomenchiki get there in time? Well, there's 4 of them. Well, he could have just kept going, honestly. There were 4 of them, and he threw down 4 smokes. Little aggressive. Might have been a misclick there. Ognomenchiki getting in. 45mm getting a hit, but these guys are in these M2s, keeping that thing alive. Ognomenchiki versus Strelki DT, not a great fight. And the Ognomenchiki decided to go after the Strelki DT in the transport, not the one standing next to it. Pretty bad there. Yaman deploying pretty strong here. I think he knows how important it is to hold the edge of this hill here. Ognomenchiki go down despite the copious amounts of smoke that Mimile has thrown down here. 45mm taking each other on. This one is a 3-star, though. Although the non-vetted one is winning currently. Both... Oh, yeah, very much so. The non-vetted one getting luckier, really. So it's 4-2 health-wise. I'm kind of interested to see who wins that out. But SG-43 pinned down now from the SU-122. It's got to fall back. Gavardia in position, but the Strelki DT will beat that. Gavardia versus Strelki DT. Strelki DT, of course, stronger with the Molotov. 3 PPSHs and 4 SVTs. They do have 2 DTs now. I think they used to only have 1, if I'm not mistaken. They got a little buff there with the 2 DTs, but they lost, I forget, something else. I forget exactly how the buff nerf went. But apparently they got stronger. It's not the unit for me. I've talked a lot of times about how I don't like these hybrid units. They're like half close range, half long range sort of thing. They have to be really, really OP for those to work. And I just don't think these guys do enough. But that's just me. They are still strong infantry. It's not like they are not strong infantry. IL-2 coming in. It does have the AT guns on it, but that 37 mil early call in there, Yaman forcing that back. Same with the Su-82. The Su-2, sorry, excuse me, I saw the M82. The Su-2 getting forced off as well by wherever that AA was. He brought some sort of AA in. Why don't I see? Oh, there. There's the Su there. Shermoviki Rocks coming in. Really strong CQC unit, but unfortunately, though, it's going to get caught out here in the open, and that's really bad. This is not a Sapperty Dox. Sapperty Dox have a double DT machine gun, do that whole hybrid roll thing, but they do it pretty well. They are quite strong at close range and quite strong at long range. Shermoviki Rocks, purely a CQC unit. Very deadly one. Very, very good at CQC. Su-2 coming in. These things are quite solid with 4 little 50-kilogram bombs. They can do okay against some support weapons, and of course they are a recon plane, which makes them quite solid, 100 points, and I think you get pretty high availability if I'm remembering correctly. Not sure, though. Both these players, though, with the mirror income, have built their decks pretty deep, with Yaman putting 2 C-phase cards of infantry, which is a lot. That's a lot, even like if I was playing balance, that's a lot. Mimile having a C-phase card of infantry and actually still having more infantry at the end of the day, which is kind of funny, despite Yaman playing 2 C-phase cards of infantry. He did vet them, though. That's kind of why. A lot of infantry here, absolutely crushing these things. Mimile getting pushed back off of this hill. And now there's mostly Chernos coming in. Remember, neither player will have any income advantage at any point. They'll both get lots of points when they get lots of points, and they'll both get less points when they have less points. So there's no advantage or disadvantage income-wise here. Which means every loss is a pretty big deal. This Avto Camaraderie going down here would really suck. He is moving it back, though. He did do that in time. Yeah, he's running him back. Su-2 coming in, gonna hit that Cherno. Yeah, see, it does nice damage. 50-kilogram bombs aren't great, but they can do okay. Avto will go down here to the Strelki, I believe. He's going to end up out of cover and he's going to die. Yep, down he goes. That hurts. Losing leadership anytime is really painful. KV-1E, this is a beast here. 110 millimeters of armor should tank this MCHA quite well. The MCHA really shouldn't be able to pen that front armor, but again, we've seen many, many times where these rules are broken. Zis-3 being used to ground attack the 37 mil. Very nice there. Nice use of that. Always easy to forget those Zis-3s can do arty battery. Currently with 1311 with Mimile grabbing this flag. And truthfully, little ticket burns like this actually are really going to add up as the game goes on, because neither of these players are going to be able to make huge breakthroughs, and they're going to really have to grind it out. KV-1E in position here too, but he's got to be careful. This Strelki could get close enough and throw an AT grenade. That'd be really bad. But no, he should be pretty safe. I don't think Group Fedyunkina has Panzerschrecks or anything. Remember, some Soviet divisions do have Panzerschrecks. I do not think this is one of them, though. I think that's more like Second Guard tank and such have those. Shermoviki Rocks moving in. If this can get into the forest and not die in the transport, this could be very, very strong. The Strelki, though, are in position to lay down some fire on them, although they only have a single machine gun, so should be able to get in okay. And will they unload? Oh, no, he's going too deep. Mile's going too deep. I'm not 100% sure why he feels the need to go so far in. Oh, that was an unnecessarily aggressive transport there. MCHA taking a crew panic. KV-1E, no scratch on it, which is how it really should be, armor-wise. 50 mil mortars doing some nice work here for Yaman. Here it is, T-34-85. Now, this is the 1943 variant, which means it's only 1750 meter range, which will not stack up well against this ISU 152 coming in right at the moment. Surprised he's moving it off the road. There's not a ton, like the Fedyunkina, like I said, has that really good AT piece, but you usually don't see it in A. You usually see it in B where you get 4 of them. It's not like he's seen that yet. SU2, double SU2 coming in. Again, these are just really solid ground attack planes. They also have medium resilience, which is, and they're pretty fast. Like, it's just a really good plane. It's 100 points, so it's not like cheap, but it's also not expensive, really, for what it gives you. Huh. Guess it lost sight because of the smoke or something? Agnew and Cheeky doing nice work against that Strelki there. We do have 2 ZSUs in now, but this is all his ZSUs so far. 1 card in A, 1 card in B. 26 Strelki, biggest weakness of this division is its AA. It's pretty awful. M15s are meh. They're just very meh. They feels like they should be better, but they really don't feel like they're that good. And the bigger issue is you just don't get many of them. You get 2 cards and that's it. The rest of your AA is stupid like machine gun AA, which is terrible and always will be terrible. Don't play it. If you are a person wondering if you should take those Dushka carriers or the like Hotchkiss cars, never take those. Now, you can take them if they bring another AA piece in, then sure. I bring Hotchkisses in all the time with my 25 mil Hotchkiss AA, like that's good. Oh, and kills off the SU2 with the PE2, spotting for it. These IL2s, really, the bombs are irrelevant. I mean, having 4 bombs is nice, but what you have this for is this 37 mil AT gun, which actually can do a lot of damage, because what happens is it fires so fast, it suppresses the tank, causes it to fall back and turn a stupid direction, revealing side armor and things like that. T-3485, though, moving in to brawl with this KV-1E. The KV-1E will struggle a little bit against the 110 millimeters of armor here on that KV-1. Not KV, excuse me, T-3485. It can pen it at close range like this. ISU-152, though, definitely swings the fight. Although if it fires the HE and the T-34 hops out, it could get a number of shots off before the ISU can reload. Mimile being very aggressive here. Will he spot it? He does. This is really bad, actually. The ISU-152 will kill in 1 shot. Oh, he gets out just in time. Yeah, at that close range, the ISU-152, as we've seen in many, many games, will land pretty consistently and insta-kill. 37 mil. Pushing off that IL-2, trying to get the kill. It's been attacked, purposely targeted on the IL-2 to kill it. Sapari Komroti does survive the Cherno engagement, which is actually quite lucky. It almost went down. I mean, neither player here making a lot of progress. We're pretty much at a standstill. Cherno's coming in, and I do think this is kind of what Mimile, this kind of leans in Mimile's favor for now. His infantry get better in Phase B with the introduction of Strafniki and things like that, and I believe he has a Phase C card of Gavardia DP. So his Phase C card is quite solid in terms of infantry. I know Yaman has Avtos in C, which in my opinion are pretty garbage, but there's something else. I don't remember if it's Strelki, like regular Strelki, or I don't know if there is Strelki DP in here. I think it's just Strelki, so I'm pretty sure it's just a card of Strelki. I think DTs are in A and B. Yeah, so like neither player even like pushing. This is very odd to see. Oh my god. Okay. Now, this is actually kind of unsurprising, to be honest with you, because like I mentioned before, the biggest issue with 26th is the lack of AA. So he doesn't have much to stop an absolute air spam like this of SU2s. Like, he really doesn't. ISU 152 trying to get on target here. No, I can't see the T-34 yet. It's just the Dushka that's firing. We are in Phase B, though. More M15s coming in. Yeah, this should be definitely be Mimile's prime directive here. ISU 152 trying to get in to get that T-3045, but it backs off. Yaman all over his micro. Both these players just really, really strong. In my opinion, I think these are the 2 strongest guys in Div 1. I mean, and it's a stacked lineup, but one of these 2 guys is who I'm putting my money on for winning this tournament. This 2, uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, misses the first shot. Does Mimile notice? Nope, he does not. Now it's retargeting. It might bounce now with the front armor showing. This is 3 has missed 3 times. That's really bad. Oh, no. Now it's getting targeted again. Oh, it bounces. What micro from freaking Yaman here. He is confusing the crap out of this ISU 152. It cannot aim at anything. Now it's just trying to get out of all the fight here. And down it goes. That's a big kill. This ISU better be careful. It's out in the open. It is moving out of that open area, so that's good. Cherno's coming in. Strelki. Down south, a big concentration of troops. It feels like Mimile's planning to make a push here at some point. But Yaman ready with his own pile of troops. ISU 152 for Yaman coming in now. And we have a 122 artillery. I've seen Yaman do this before, putting these things. I've seen actually several players put these and just basically use them as like direct fire support units. And when you use them that way, they're actually quite solid because they don't really miss. Like their HE shell goes right on target. And they also have the HE shell, which has a ton of penetration, a lot of damage, relatively fast fire speed, honestly, for this sort of weapon, and 40% accuracy on that HE. What was I saying? Heat shell. Still 12-12. P2 floating around with the 37 mil is here. I'm assuming. Yeah. Well, no. Oh, there we go. Okay, I was gonna say. I assume the SU-76 is gonna take target at that. Yaman down to 13-11, capturing this flag on the hill. The Cherno needs to kind of push back up here to recapture that. DT Strelki just in position. Double Strelki, though, will hold off these infantry, but there's nothing here to stop this armor right now, and that's a problem. KV-1E went down. There it is. Not sure what killed it. Oh, the T-34, 85 did. Shooting through the trees. I didn't think the line of sight went that far. Strelki getting hit from all sides. This 3 trying to even the odds here, but it's not going to be a good... It's not a very good chance there. Strelki, excuse me, 26th Strelki. Another thing it's kind of missing is actual AT in its AT tab. It's got ZIS 3s, M45s, and SU 85s. SU 85s suck. I don't care what anybody says, they're garbage. ISU 152 in, so that means that this division doesn't have a lot of AT. Fortunately, ISU 152 actually misses. The double star actually failing to land its first shot, so miracle there for Yaman. MCHA will survive. I think Mimile will probably be a little bit more conservative with his ISU this time. Now we have another ISU coming in the middle for Yaman, making a little, I don't know if it's a press in the middle, but he's setting up something here in the middle, at least to clear out these infantry that are holding flags from Mimile. I feel like right now Yaman is out trading and putting Mimile in a really tough spot here in the center. Well, northern center, I should say. SU-76 going after that AA, but that is long gone. Yaman having moved that. Here comes the SU-2 again, although just 2 this time. Looks like more for spotting than anything. ISU-152 moving forward. I'm not sure. It is a triple star ISU versus a double star one. We now have this ISU targeting first. Will it land the shot? Oh no, it's going after the 122. Interesting. There we go. Yaman's is now targeting up, trying to get out of line of sight. It does in time. Wow. Oh no, it gets side-shotted by the T-34-85. Oh my god, Yaman is relentless. Dude does not miss a beat of micro at all. Frustrating. I'm frustrated for Mimile. My goodness, and Mimile frustrates the crap out of me when I play him. Because he rarely misses stuff, but my god. Alright, smoke down here. No? What threw the smoke? Oh, it's just a 50 mil mortar. KV-1E. Oh! Oh, and there it is. Goes down to the AT grenade. So that brick wall is now gone. 50 mil mortar pinning down all of these troops. What a push by Yaman. If you want a textbook, if you want to learn how to kick butt, watch this guy. 50 mil motors laying down smoke so the Strelki can get close to kill the KV, then hitting the infantry to pin them all down and just marching through this light cover. Like, wow. Wow, what a class there. What a freaking class. SU-85, I'm not actually sure what it's doing down here. There's not much that it needs to be there for. Barty DP will beat the Strelki. Double machine gun versus not. P2 taking a runner. I'm assuming the SU-76 will start bombing that. SU-82s, though, flying all over the place up north. Chernos do catch the Strelki out. SU-85, this is the range an SU-85 needs to be at to do something useful. It should be able to pen this T-34-85. Yaman being very aggressive with it. Su-85 pushing forward. Will it get the shot off? We will see. Oh no! Oh my god, they're so bad. Now, that was just bad RNG, but still, it just kind of like reinforces my feeling about Su-85s are being terrible. Su-2 going down here to the double ZSU. They are finally falling back now. The danger from this T-34-85 increasing as they go here. Yeah, the Strelki DP are in the woods now. Sturmviki rocks are pushed way out, but they're coming back in along with the Sapperty. Artillery trying to the A, but Yaman is just all over moving this. Anytime it fires, it's gone. MCHA now supporting. This is very dangerous for infantry. It will carve through them. Sturmvikis are in though, and this is the key player here. ISU 152 killing off a Cherno. This other Cherno out of line of sight here in its current position. Shrapniki pinned down. There's just so much going on. It's so hard to keep up. Su-85 catching that MCHA out. MCHA is still going to fire first. Oh my god. They're so bad. They're just so bad. Oh my god, they don't do anything right. IL-2 coming in for the MCHA. Alright. Does a little damage, I think, but not enough. Problem is, so again, it doesn't actually have very high penetration. The key is that it makes the unit fall back, freaks them out, and oftentimes will make some side armor appear that it can then penetrate it and kill it. Oh man, ISU 152 kills off the ZIS-3. ISU for Mimile still alive, though that's key, but now there's a ZIS-2 hunting for it. The T-34-85 did finally go down. Finally died to something. Looks like the... no, probably the ZIS-3 got a lucky pen. But my god, Yaman got so much value out of that unit. That was insane. A leader down south up against the Strelki. By pure numbers alone, the artillery leader should win this. This is really odd. I'm not sure what Mimile is doing. It's very, very strange. Oh, I think... is he just trying to get... yeah, he's just trying to get radio. That's what he's doing. He's trying to sneak this forward to get radio. For his dudes. For his artillery here. But the weird thing is, like... I mean, he does have it. But it's just like... he knows it's there. It's like Yaman knows there's a unit there. Artillery now coming in the form of the 122. Infantry flowing back in. Sturmviki Rock's very strong, but not against 4 units. It's going to have a little bit of a problem there. Insta deletes that infantry. Sapperty, though, will get their grenade off here. Oh, no, they won't. Triple star Sturmviki Rocks fire too fast. It didn't even get to throw. Wow. That was actually really surprising. I forgot how insanely strong triple star these guys are. This time they do get their grenade off, though, and that will finish off that Sturmviki Rocks, unfortunately, for Mimile. 2 more coming in, though, and those guys can absolutely wreck this forest. Uh-oh, SU-76 getting hit by the 50 mil. It's open top, so it's going to take a lot of damage from this. ZSU M15 actually the more important thing to save. Up north, IL-2 takes out the MCHA. What is this? Is there an Andrusia up here? Did I miss something? No, that must just be IL-2 blast. I mean, ISU 152 blast. ISU 152, though, looks like it's down. Yep, we did miss that somewhere. I'm not sure how or when. Apologies, just so much going on. Here comes SU-2 Blob. Down south, Mimile trying to make some more progress again. 37 mil just continues to move. He's not going to be able to get artillery on that. Yaman's too fast to micro. ZIS-2 going to take out a Gavardia in the transport. Mimile getting a little desperate here. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, down goes the Sturmviki. That was just not a good play. Kind of a complete waste of Sturmviki rocks. And it's not like he's got a good number of them, but he does not have infinite of them or anything like that. Tons of planes out of Yaman here. He knows, obviously, again, you know the weakness. Sturmviki rocks in. Should insta-delete that Sapperty. Up there he goes. The other one's making a run for it, which is, I would say, very much suggested. None of these units have any chance against these guys. ISU 152 targeting up on something. Oh, these infantry, I would assume, that are standing out. No, I guess not. So many recon planes. Good God. Got the bombs off, though. Oh, there it is. There was an Andrusia. So that is an Andrusia strike. I was not making that up. He was probably going for the ISU, but again, Yaman just will not fall for that sort of thing. ISU chasing down the ISU. At least that's what appears is happening. Yeah, definitely. KV-85 coming in. These are fantastic, but they don't have 2K range, and that's their big issue in this case. 50mm mortar will start doing work on these Sturmovikis. But Mimile finally recapturing this flag, posting up a Strafniki for defense. Artillery coming down as well. 2 122s now, and we're in C phase. So both players now down on their income. But Mimile has bled more tickets. Remember, on this mirror income, it's tough to be behind. Siedlce going after the ISU 152. At this range, it should be relatively safe. And it should delete it after one shot. There we go. So nice kill there. Cherno gets killed. Strelki DT capturing this flag. Mimile obviously needs to get that out of there ASAP. SU 122 going after what here? The SG 43? I guess it was going after the Ogden and Cheeky, I guess? I don't know what that was aiming at. TU2F coming in, just more recon planes. Here comes the SU. Double ZSU, though, trying to keep off this Air Force. MCHA in that perfect position. Oh, cutting off reinforcements here. The problem is you can't get it unless you move forward to go get it. But there's also a ZIS-2 here, which will kill anything that comes, like, armored-wise that comes there. It's very tough to deal with. Yaman just got it perfectly set up. And look at just how many troops there are in the battlefield. I don't think... neither of these players... I mean, they've pushed. Don't get me wrong. But this is not the explosive, like, flag-swinging, you know, map-moving battles we've kind of gotten used to this season. This is very grindy, very tactical. Pick a flag here, pick a flag there. Yaman with a big push up north here. Mimile, I would say, definitely under-prepared for this. But the IL-2s both coming in for these armored targets. Double 37 mil, though, with triple star. Gonna eat one of these units alive, I think. Yeah, he's targeting down. He wants to kill this IL-2. Does kill that ISU-152. That's a huge kill. Losing one of these would be worth it for that kill, I would say, 100%. And it looks like he will get away. IL-2 is just so freaking resilient. I don't know why. Very good resilience on then feels more very good than other tanks, other planes, I mean. And we can see Yaman just making so much use of his veterancy. He's got a combat in here. That's how he's getting the triple star Zenarts here. Now, an Andrusha strike here on these Zenarts would be devastating. Because if it kills that combat, like, that would be so bad. But he's throwing some other artillery at it, which might scare it off, because Yaman's been pretty quick to move units that get already not giving any time. We are finally back to a 12-12 with Mimile making a push here on the hill. KV-85, oh, there's the BS3. Sorry, not BA. I misguessed. Wow. KV-85 actually bouncing that shell. That's shocking. 125 millimeters of armor versus literally 200 millimeters of pen. That is incredible that that bounced at all. So Mimile being compensated for his earlier bad RNG with a little bit of RNG of his own. I'm very interested where he decides to throw this next Andrusha strike. Snipers coming in. It's kind of everywhere. 122 being counter-batteried by the Su-76. Combat, though, leader here probably going to die to these double infantry here. Going to lose that radar, but a third 122 is in now. I do enjoy actually seeing the BS in. Although he's got the HE turned off. He's not taking advantage of the 5 damage HE this thing can do. Double SU coming in, but there is 3 ZSUs here. I have to assume one of these is going to go down. Now, with the target change, unfortunately for Mimile, I think they're going to get away. If he full-on targeted them, then he probably would have killed them. One of them. Not both, but one. Andrusha making a run for it because the 122's after it. 26 minutes in here, and we're at a 12-12 of Mimile down flags. Mimile down tickets, I should say. And right now, I'm not seeing a place for him to really make progress. The problem is, of course, they're now out of income, so it's not like they can just apparate a massive strike force anymore like they could in B phase, you know, where you just have so many points you can throw a huge attack anywhere you want. So the issue is, you know, like Mimile would have to wait like 3 ticks to pick up like 240 points and then maybe make a hard push into the center here. That's perhaps a reasonable play. You still have to clear some of this out though. BS finally on its HE shell back on. It does again fire a nice 7 rounds a minute and Len with the leader as well. It's really shooting fast. It does do 5 damage on its HE, right? HE, 5 damage. It does not look like it's doing 5 damage. I know they're falling back, so it reduces the damage significantly, but it still doesn't seem to be doing as much as it should. Strelki going into the woods. I'm a little surprised. This is not where you really want them to fight again, especially against a Saperty. Oh. Ugh, that was ugly. And yeah, Yaman's combat here getting so much value, making all his troops triple star, and it's so hard to fight through triple star units. If you can achieve it, it really swings matches. Having a leader out, a commander out for a long period of time. This 3 pushed forward to try to find this freaking Emcha that is just haunting him. This thing has been a thorn in his side. Safe from the Zis 2. Emcha though will bounce this 3 shells pretty often. KV-85 pushing forward, but there's a BS 100 mil here now as well. And once that moves far enough out, it will find that KV-80. Oh, just kidding. He doesn't need to find it. The heat shell of the 122 kills that off. That was the heat shell, right? Yep. Sniper on sniper, but this one's in cover and is double star. Oh, but it is getting hit by the ISU 152. It might want to run. We do have 122 mil off map here. And this, if I'm not mistaken, is the... No, it's definitely not the rocket one, because that would be way more expensive. So it's just a 122, like just straight 122 off map. IL-2's coming in for the ISU 152. This has worked several times already for him, but there is a triple star 37 there. The other 37 mil is out of position. It won't be able to participate in this air raid. I think the double might do it. No, just gets a transmission damage. That's a bummer for Mimile. Really needed that ISU to be dead. And he might lose an IL-2 for his trouble with the triple star flying right over it. I'm thinking he's going down. Yeah, he definitely 100% is going down. So, yeah, loses one of his IL-2s. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. Might lose both. Oh, barely gets away, but it'll be out for a while. Off map coming in. Yaman just happened to leave his troops unmoved back here. I doubt that's on purpose. Usually you would want to move them up into a more combat-ready position. But Yaman's micro mistake here might actually pay off for him. T-3485, 1943 coming in again. ISU 152 targeting that up. Will it land the first shot? Baba Booey. And it misses. Oh my. Oh my. Mimile getting paid back for his game against Luna where his ISU 152 like wiped out like 6 tanks. It was kind of gross. If you haven't seen that, go check that out. It was so infuriating, Luna quit League after that game. A little understandably, I'm not going to lie. We've all wanted to rage quit this game at some point, let's be real. 30 minutes deep, Mimile down a lot of tickets. Especially with both of these players at 80 points. He's really going to have to try to find a hole in Yaman's defenses, but my goodness. Yaman's defenses are quite impressive. He does do some nice damage down south, kills off a leader and stuff, so, you know, the veterancy's gone. The thing is, the Shermavikis can't just blindly push forward because they'll get caught in the yellow forest, and Mimile's not following this up right now. There we go, now he is. Unfortunately, wait a little long because now these troops are going to unsuppress and be back in the fight. And I don't think this is enough to really make enough progress. And he kind of wants the Strelki to be in front of these Shermaviki rocks, because now the Shermaviki rocks are going to take all of this machine gun fire to the face. Probably die before they get there. You'd want the Strelki to engage these guys first. Shermaviki do actually get in range, but now, yeah, down they go. Yeah, that's really rough. This one does actually manage to kill that Strelki. Kind of surprising. SU gets forced off immediately. Strelki will get into the woods, but they're not going to get past this line of CQC. And Drusha going after the BS and not the 37 mils. The BS does go down, so it was a successful strike. But he's seen this AA multiple times in this position. I really am surprised he hasn't decided to go after it. He doesn't know the commander's there, of course, but it's a pretty juicy target nonetheless. A little surprising, because he's been so aggressive about going after other AA locations, like singular AA pieces, and there we've seen 2. So just a little surprising. I also think that Mimile might be out of his Sturmoviki rocks, which means he's not going to be rocking any CQC anytime soon. The Saperty are fine, but, you know, Yaman's got those too, which means you're just trading. You're not, like, carving through any troops. Here comes the C-Phase Avto Machikis, which means that Yaman now digging into his C-Phase stuff. T-3485, though, still presenting plenty of an issue. You know, Mile's been trying to, like, find an advantage using his artillery, and he has yet to find it, unfortunately. And now Yaman capturing this flag in the center with his Zenart. A little weird. T-34 trying to punish him for that. Gets out of range, though. And, oh my. Yeah, Yaman throwing in a massive pile of troops here to counter this assault. And it will counter it. It's going to be very bad here for Mimile. Su-85 doing... Is it going to do something? No, it's going to do nothing. Oh, I hate these things so much. They're just... They have no machine gun. They're just so bad. They're just so bad. If you can use them right, maybe they have some usage. But if these guys can't get them to work, I don't think anyone can. And I know there are people going to be in the comments like, oh, Su-85s are amazing. I really... Not consistently, they are not. They all... Every unit in this game can have its moment. But that unit does not have many. A necessary evil for many Soviet divisions. But a really... really hard unit to make good. 122s, yeah, I mean, Mimile's artillery has not been able to accomplish much. I mean, now, on the flip side, Yaman's has not either. His 122s have not exactly wiped anything out. All the AA's alive, all the RD's alive, none of the counter battery has succeeded at all. And Yaman has been much more aggressive in trying to counter battery, which is exactly what I often do as well. But unfortunately, he's trying to counter battery Su-76s, which can just zip out of the way quick, and off they go. While at the same time continuing to counter battery themselves. Yeah, we can see how that dichotomy plays out. ISU-152 forward here. Has it spotted? No, what is it spotted? Oh, this Strelki DT? Yeah, okay. Sniper helping him spot that out. T-3485 popping out, though. Oh my god, what a stupid line of sight. The sniper can't see it. Oh, and it misses his first shot. But it does have APCR, which means it's penning a lot. Gets its first penetration. ISU trying to reload. It does back off. Yaman taking the hit where he can get it. And then saying sayonara. Huge push down here by Yaman. T-34E coming in, though. That could be a problem. This Su-85 is nothing. This is just an annoyance. A minor hindrance. T-34, though, with its machine guns, actually might pose a bit of a problem. Unless those Avtos just charge right through and can somehow get their AT grenade on target, and it cannot. M15 does have armor, so it actually could do quite a bit of damage in this tight space here. It's got 50 cal, so it's gonna pin. Oh no, it's not 50s, I lied. Or is it 50s? I think it's 50s, yeah. T-34E picking on some infantry. It's enjoying feeling strong there. This Strelki DT has just caused so many ticket loss here. It's crazy how one little well-placed unit like that can just swing a whole game. 35 minutes deep now. Mimile's still got 14 minutes to turn. Well, he's got 15 minutes to lose if nothing changes. And he's only got 15 minutes till the time limit anyway. So he's got to capture back the 12-12 and start ticking Yaman down. Yeah, that's a tall order. That's a tall order, to say the least. Smoke down. Yaman considering doing the same play from before. Not sure where the smoke came from. What threw the smoke? Is it the Arty? It's throwing down some smoke? It is. Okay. Interesting. Forgot the 122s had smoke. Gavardi DP finally trying to get in position. Did they spot the DTs? No. They got held up by the Strelkis. This DT will continue to survive. Oh, that is so frustrating. It really, really is. BS, though. Spotting that T-34. What happened? He moved it? Or lost sight? I didn't think the T-34 moved. Huh. Must have been aiming at something else. Alright. 122 coming in again. Well placed. Very well placed if we can hold up these infantry for 25 more seconds. T-34E still in a dangerous spot as the BS moves forward. Finally, the Strelki DT has been killed, but the Sapri moving in just to replace its lost brethren. Oh man, that's a shame. Alright, Yaman standing in hot for this off map. Now, 122 is not super deadly, but it certainly can do some damage. Here we go. And I'm assuming Mimile will follow this up with his T-34 pretty immediately. Yeah, see the oh, it was the SU-2 coming in. Gonna get the bombs off. Oh, on the infantry. Okay. Oh, another Sturmoviki goes down, basically. They were supposed to be the assault now. Surprised he didn't just, like, all attack the ZSU, because he could have killed it, I think. Oh, now T-3485 now in position. Flew right over the ZSU and is gonna fly out, I think, successfully. That's a middle finger right there by that recon plane. One-man Strafniki team holding off the world. No, he cannot do it. Mimile looking really weak right now on the map. I shouldn't say weak play. He's playing fine, but Yaman is just, he's really a monster. Player we haven't seen much in previous seasons. Good to have him back. And with the retirement of Gonza, this was the year for him to return. 122 will push back again. T-3485 spotting some infantry. Gonna pick on those a little bit. Sniper gonna go down here. Sapperty reveals itself. It's in a very tight line of sight, so it's still pretty safe. Su-76 finally being used to try to target the things hiding in these buildings. Try to recapture this flag. This is hitting infantry? It is, yeah. Hitting those infantry. 122 pushes off again, and now the final 122 strike coming in. P2 now coming. Just for a looks. Just for a looksy. Another T-3485. Artillery going after the 122. Kind of surprised to see him retarget at this point to go after those. Yaman now in a 15-9, capturing the middle flag as well. And this Gavardi is the only thing holding off from him losing this flag too. Really not good. .122. Really just not strong enough. It's a pin and surrender kind of off map. It's really nothing more. Really, anything... Oh, there goes the Gavardia. Anything below a 150 is really not killing much a lot of the times. It's more of a deterrent or suppressor more than anything else. Especially if you get into the lower ends of the hundreds. 105s, 120s, they just don't do very much. 140 can sometimes do alright. T-34 takes it from the ZIS-2, will go down. Su-85. It's a worthless pile of metal. It's backing off, though. It is actually against soft targets. It really doesn't do much at all. Sapperty do get their TNT off. So, takes out the DT. That was a nice hit there for the Sapperty. Won't surrender that, though, because of the leader. Here comes the Su-2s to save the day. One is forced off again. Cannot stop the second, though. Sapperty does fall back in time, so not too much damage. Oh no, Avto getting killed off here by the Strelki. Strafniki in. Surprised Mimile has many of these left. The Andrusha, I think it died. I think it actually got hit by some counter battery. That's what it appears. I don't see it hanging out. And Mimile finally decides to throw in the towel as his front line collapses. 41 minutes and 24 seconds here on Siedlce. Yaman taking game 1, 3,280 kills to 1,635. So really outplayed Mimile here. Yeah, tough match there for Mimile. Yaman just, I mean, I don't think he missed a beat. I couldn't see really a moment where I was like, oh, Yaman's messed up here. Yeah, he's just all over him. Strelki DT doing tons of damage. M-Cha eating up all kinds of stuff. This 122 doing lots and lots of damage. ISU 152s killing off a whole bunch of Zis 3s. Strelki DT again. SU 122. Yeah, these are huge. Another 122 doing lots of damage. Killing off that tank too with the heat shell. Mimile's side, IL2 did nice. Andrusia, yeah, did okay. Nothing too fancy. ISU 152 did some nice work there. Yeah, that's it though. Like just a big gap in KD, and that's why we saw the front line kind of collapse. That's what happens when your KD is like a big difference and it's like just a grindy game. All of a sudden, the one player is like just out of stuff. Like you don't even notice it happening, and it's like, oh, all my stuff is gone, or all my opponent's stuff is gone. Despite like neither player really pushing super hard, it's just like, okay, I have now traded so well, I can make this push kind of thing, and then the whole line just collapses. If you guys enjoyed that, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and consider supporting on Patreon. Thanks a bunch, and have a fantastic day.